420 Things Grow in Ontario. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an unboxing. This is a more this versus that. We got the AC Infinity Cloudline T6 fan, and we have the Spider Farmer 6-inch duckline fan. Very similar in what they look like. They look almost identical. One's orange, one's black and gray. And we're gonna just let's get into the specs. So for the AC Infinity Cloudline T6, we'll go over some of the things. Obviously, it's a 6-inch duck. There is a cord length to the controller, which is 20 feet. Okay, and if you look at the Spider Farmer, it is not 20 feet, it is 8.2. So there's a bit of a difference there. Cord length to plug on the AC Infinity is 8 feet, and it is only 4 feet on the Spider Farmer. Then there is the cord length to controller on the AC Infinity. That is a 12-foot cable, and on the Spider Farmer, that is also an 8.2-foot length. Now into some of the other stuff. So the airflow, the CFM rating on the AC Infinity is 402, and the airflow on the Spider Farmer is only 350. This will be noted in some of the decibels. I know the total noise on both of these is rated at about 32, and you'll see later in the video that I've done a little decibel meter check, and it's a little bit off from that. But when you compare, hey, this one's 402 CFM and this one's only 350, well, of course it's going to be a little bit louder. It's pushing a lot more air, right? So then let's get into the watts. So I plugged this into my wall with no restriction. I had 50.7 on 10 with the Spider Farmer, and I had a 54.5 watts pulled on 10 with the AC Infinity. The AC Infinity has a lifetime expectancy of 67,000 hours, and the expectancy life is 50,000 hours for the Spider Farmer. Okay, you can connect two fans to both of these controllers. The Spider Farmer, you have to have another fan that's controlled like this. With the AC Infinity, you can use an S6 or a T6 or a clip fan or a shutter fan, so it's a little bit different. And the AC Infinity controller has the app, and the Spider Farmer does not. All right, so what we're going to get into is we're going to see that the resting decibels in my house around 43, 44, let's call it 44 and a bit. So then I'm going to turn this fan on right up to 10 and get, see the difference, So again, like it's 43, 44 is about where it is. All right, so I looked at that about 82.4. It was the max reading, and if we then go take the base reading that we had from before and subtract that, we're looking at about 38.4 decibels. So I mean, this is the AC Infinity's website says 32, and this is saying 38. Now, like I said, this is on the table. There's no other, filters. There's no duct work, so take that with a grain of salt. But I mean, that's, if you look at that and you take that, 38.4 decibels, right, and it's at 402. Is that what it is? 402 CFM, right? So if we take 402 divided by 38.4, it's like 10. All right, so I figured I better put a little mark here so I know that when I take this one away, I'm going to put the other fan in the same spot. I'm not going to move the decibel reader. I'll take this fan, put the other fan in. Now, again, going back to this this fan that we just went through, the AC Infinity, is 50 plus more CFM, right? So by that nature, it's going to be a little bit louder. But let's plug this Spider Farmer in and see what it gets. All right, so if we look at this, it was 79.4 for the total decibel reading. And if we minus the 44 from before, it gives us 35.4. And then if we take 35.4 and we take the 350 CFM that the Spider Farmer puts out, divided by 35.4, we're looking at 9.88, 9.9. So when compared to the AC Infinity, that's 9.8 to 9.9 to 10. So it's fairly close on the ratio. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's going to wrap up the this versus that. I guess the conclusion that I'm coming to for my 5x5, because I am running a 5x5, the AC Infinity is the one I'm going to go with. It can suck the tent, negative pressure where the lower CFM of the Spider Farmer can't, and it's got the app, right? And not only the app, like the AC Infinity's got a lot more information in its booklet. There's a lot more information out there. I feel like if I'm comparing these two, which I've bought both of these are both purchased with my own money. I'd say the AC Infinity is better. Now that being said, I'll have links in the description for both products. Feel free to check them out, make a decision. Let me know if you were going to like one versus the other and which one you're going with. All right, ladies and gentlemen, like, subscribe, and do all that jazz. Yeah.